Y'all hear that song? Y'all hear that song? It's a little bit of whisper. It sounds like it's far away. There's a stranger out to find you. Just grab onto some DuckTales. Ooh, dee 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 dee. DuckTales. Ooh. Every time that you are in DuckTales, there's a stranger out to find you. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, you have Devin the Dream Haney now responding to the fight officially being canceled with him and Teofimo Lopez, as Teofimo Lopez team has sent him a email and a letter thanking them for their professionalism and informing them that Teofimo Lopez is no longer interested in making a fight. And Devin Haney responds to this, and Devin Haney lets it be known that Teofimo Lopez wanted to fight at 140 pounds. He was steadfast on making a fight at 140 pounds, and he wanted to fight in the United States. This is ironic because you have all these Teofimo Lopez platforms that came on here on social media claiming that Teofimo Lopez, who is 22 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout, that Teofimo Lopez pulled the card and called the bluff of undefeated, unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jaron Boots Ennis. All these platforms come out, and I'm going to cook on this tonight. All these platforms come out, and they talk about, see, Jaron Boots Ennis is ducking Teofimo Lopez because Jaron Ennis wants to unify against fighters in his own division at 147. Jaron Ennis is not going to fight Teofimo Lopez at a catchweight or at 140. But everybody said that he was ducking Teofimo Lopez. Only come to find out that Teofimo Lopez is now ducking Devin Haney and demanding that Devin Haney fights him at 140 pounds when Devin Haney pushed for the fight to be at 147, where Teofimo Lopez stated that he wanted to fight Jaron Ennis. He wants the fight to be at 140. So Devin Haney, they came to an agreement, a middle ground, that it was going to be at a catch weight of 144.5, right? In the middle, right? As close to the middle as possible. 47 is a odd number, right? Not an even number. So it's hard to get in the middle, right? So with that said, and he was going to get $11 million. But the fight is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. Teofimo Lopez don't want the fight in Saudi Arabia, and he don't want the fight at a catch weight. He wants it at 140. Yet, how ironic is that Teofimo Lopez was going to fight Jaron Ennis in Saudi Arabia at 147. Excuse me? They wanted Jaron Ennis to fight Teofimo Lopez at 147 in Saudi Arabia. So how are you going to fight Jaron Ennis at 147 pounds in Saudi Arabia, but you can't fight Devin Haney at 147 in Saudi Arabia? And now you're he told me he didn't want to fight in Saudi Arabia because he don't think he could get a fair shake. He saluted me, right? He don't think he could get a fair shake in Saudi Arabia with Devin Haney boxing, and he said Devin Haney going to be running. So you don't want to fight in Saudi Arabia against Devin Haney, but you willing to fight Jaron Ennis in Saudi Arabia? You don't want to fight Devin Haney at 147, but you're willing to fight Jaron Ennis at 147? Because I told you guys he has a built-in excuse. He is in a win-win situation against Jaron Ennis, people. I keep telling y'all that. He's in a lose-lose situation against Devin Haney. And what I mean that is, you lose to Devin Haney, your brand going to take a hit. You have no excuses, no safety nets. There's nothing to save you. You just lost to the better man. You lose to Jaron Boots Ennis, everybody's going to say you dared to be great and you came up short. And if you win, you slayed the dragon. I keep telling you guys that. He wanted the built-in excuse. It's similar to Mikey Garcia, who chose to fight Errol Spence instead of fighting Terrence Crawford. Why? He fights Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford fought in your weight class, in and around your weight class. Started his career at 134 to 35, 40, 47, so on and so forth. Errol Spence did not. Errol Spence actually had fights at 54. So Mikey Garcia fighting and losing to Terrence Crawford is not the same as Mikey Garcia fighting and losing to Errol Spence. Why? Because he has a built-in excuse. He could say that Errol Spence was too big, I was supposed to lose. Losing to Terrence Crawford, you just lost to the better guy. Can't use size as an excuse. Teo can use size as an excuse to lose to Jaron Ennis. Can't use that with Devin Haney. And see, this is 4 or 5 times the amount of money you ever got in your career. I understood as a fan, as a media member, don't want to fight in Saudi Arabia. I continue to bang that drum. I agree. I think the fight should be here in the States. But if you was willing to fight Jaron Ennis in Saudi Arabia at 147, you should be willing to fight Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia at 147. The gig is up. It's up. It's over. We see who you are. You're ducking. You are afraid. See, I was giving him a pass, so he don't want to fight in Saudi Arabia. I get it. But you was going to fight Jaron Ennis. I reached out to Team Ennis team. They said they wanted to fight in Saudi Arabia at 147. Same difference. So why would you willing to take that fight? And from what I'm being told, was going to be for less money. He was going to get $8 million to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Not 11. So make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. So Devin Haney responded, says that Teofimo Lopez is the biggest duck in all of boxing officially. Says he wanted to fight at 140. I wanted at 147. We came to an agreement for 144.5. He was willing to fight Jaron Ennis at 147. He agreed to everything. He was looking for a way out. Nasty work. Nasty work. So now he's talking about Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens versus George Kambosos winner. Right. In the States. He ain't getting nowhere near $11 million for that fight. For the winner, which I believe is going to be Richardson Hitchens big. I think Richardson Hitchens is going to outclass and might stop George Kambosos. With that said, I think that Devin Haney now should just wait till Shakur Stevenson is finished with his fight with Williams Zepeda and pursue Shakur Stevenson. He's number 2 on his list. Shakur Stevenson stated that he was willing to fight Devin Haney at a catchweight. He said he'll fight Conor Benn at 154. And Devin Haney is willing to fight Teo at a catchweight of 140, 144, 145. Shakur said he'll fight Devin at a catchweight of 144, 145. Pursue that fight or fight Rolly Romero if you're Devin Haney at this point. I will pursue Rolly Romero or Shakur Stevenson, period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.